Today we're covering the ambitious card. If you're new to Magic, you may not know what this is. You may have heard it talked about here and there in your Magic literature, but go, what the heck is it? And found this video. Or you might be somebody who's been doing the ambitious card for a while, but you're looking for some new moves to spice up your routines. Either way, you're in the right video. Let's get started. So what exactly is an ambitious card? If you ask 100 magicians, you'll get 100 different answers. Simply put, an ambitious card routine is a routine where a card is repeatedly inserted into the center of the deck and then appears on top of the deck in seemingly more and more impossible conditions. Now that is a very basic description. There are lots of other things that can happen within an ambitious card routine besides just having the card appear at the top. It may appear in your teeth or on your forehead, in a wallet. You may end it folded up on a paper clip that's been sitting on the table the whole time. So when I was thinking about writing this video, I kept coming to the comparison of cups and balls. The idea that if you know enough techniques, then it just becomes a playground, right? There is no one way to do the cups and balls. There's no one way to do an ambitious card routine. I think magicians love the ambitious card routine for three main reasons, and that's its versatility, its creativity, and its customizability. And hey, we're going to be showing you three really cool moves that you can add immediately to your ambitious card routines. But if you're enjoying this content, remember to hit the like button and consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you don't miss any future videos. So I can't tell you how to perform an ambitious card routine because, well, that'd be too ambitious. But what I will show you is a couple of different moves that you can use to create your own routine or add to existing routines. If you want to dig in more in depth in the types of effects that you can do with an ambitious card or some really good resources on this topic, I will have some linked and affiliate links down below. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is the Marlowe Tilt. Let's go down to the second camera so you can see what I'm doing. Hello and welcome to camera B. So, the first move we're going to show you is called the Marlowe Tilt. What is the Marlowe Tilt? Well, the way it's supposed to look is you take a card, say the 8 of diamonds, this could be signed, and you want to place it, I don't know, pretty close to the middle there. Just bury it in there. And anytime you want to, it can jump right back up to the top. That is a super deceptive and super cool move. No duplicates. All you're doing is you're tilting, as the name implies, the top card at an angle. So how does it work? Well, it's actually extremely easy. As the name implies, you are tilting the top card like that, just at an angle. I'm just holding that up with my thumb there on the side and my fingers here. From the front, you can't tell that there's anything weird about the depth. You can't tell anything. That looks like totally fine. But from the back, you got that big wide gap there. Whenever you're pushing the card in, you want to hit lower to push a couple of cards out. This is a nice little convincer so people think that that's where you're aiming for. But then you insert it just below the top card and push it square. Again, from the front, it looks like it's going much deeper into the deck than it actually is. Now it's just second from the top. Now another little cool thing you can do is you can show the top card first and then go into a double and then show the card is jumped back up to the top. The Marlowe Tilt. Pretty cool move. Now from the Marlowe Tilt, we've actually got another little cool move, another little phase here, because what you can do with a double, since you've already got one because of the Marlowe Tilt, is you can turn that double back over, ask the spectator to hold onto their card while you cut, and they replace their card anywhere in the deck that they want. So, of course, that's a double, and, well, you're not handing them their card, but they don't know that. So it looks like you just handed them their card. So you go, here, take your card. They take it. And then it's placed back anywhere in the deck that you want. Only to jump up back to the top. Pretty darn cool. So the Marlowe Tilt and then the double lift to center it back to the top effect, those are very simple and won't take a lot of time to work on. The next thing I'm going to show you is also extremely easy, but it fooled me for the longest time. I saw this first time when I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. And it blew my mind. It actually took me another 5 years to figure out what it was called and research how to do it. So there was a great mystery there for like 5 years. I was just like, how does it work? That's a miracle. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And it's called the pop-up move. And some of you guys already know about the pop-up move, but those of you who don't, you are in for a treat. Let's show you what it looks like. So the pop-up move looks like this. So you take a card. In this case, let's say their card was the Queen of Clubs. and you're just going to put a little bit of a bend in it, right? The idea here being that it makes it easier to spot the card without permanently changing it, right? You're not writing on the back of it or making it a marked card or anything, but you are making it easier for everybody to see the moment that the card jumps from the center to the top. So we'll just leave that queen right in the middle, and then anytime we want to, we just go, and it jumps right to the top. Tell me that isn't ridiculous. So the pop-up move is a little bit more sleight of handy. There's a little bit more work that goes into it, but it's still not difficult. This is certainly not a knuckle buster, and it just makes you look like an absolute wizard. What I'm doing is I'm getting a double lift, and then I'm bending both cards at the same time, right? So now we have the 10 and the queen together. Let's say their card was the 10, the spectator's card was the 10, and I just bend them both together like this. Because you have that that kind of bending motion there, the cards stay nice and square, and you're not going to have to worry about them really separating at all, okay? So that's the first part. So now if you look at the top of the deck, we have not a crease, but just a little bend, a little flex. So we have this little kind of bouncy trampoline thing going on with the top two cards. The next part is you're going to want to cut one of the cards, one of the bent cards, into the center of the deck and leave their card, the spectator's card, on top of the deck. So the way we do that is we just cut, and we take our thumb and slide over the top card onto the bottom packet. Now, you notice we have two bends here, so I always just take my index finger and press down on the top of the deck to keep that from looking bent, okay? So everybody thinks this is their card right here. And you don't need to flash it at them. They just saw you bend their card and then place it there. It's the only apparently bent card. You don't need to overprove that at all. So you just go, look, so your card's there, a little bend in it, and then you replace the top stock onto the bent card. Now, this is the cool reveal part. I'm holding the deck in such a way, you notice where my thumb and my middle finger are. They're in the center of the deck. My index finger is pushing down on the bottom, or pushing up from the bottom a little bit. And I'm just keeping the card depressed against the top of the deck with my thumb and middle finger. So the second I want it to appear on top, which you could have the audience member snap or tap with the magic wand, or you could do this thing with your finger. And whenever you want to do that, all you have to do is release pressure with your thumb and middle finger, and the card will pop. It's very important to do this at eye level so everybody can see the second that card apparently just morphs up to the top of the deck. It is a freaky sensation the first time you see that. So there it is, 3 cool moves that you can use right away in that order to have a small starter ambitious card routine, a little framework, or maybe you're looking up to spice up your already existing ambitious card, and now you have some more new moves, hopefully. I have to warn you of a couple of dangers of ambitious card. The first one being, magicians tend to make these ambitious card effects way too long. You want to stick to maybe 4 or 5 different phases within an ambitious card routine before it gets too long and bloated. The other thing I'll warn you of is that make sure that you are making these follow a logical order, that everything makes sense. You don't need to, that everything flows from one effect or one phase to the other, and that it becomes more increasingly impossible as you continue along towards the close of the effect. Couple of other bits of business. Tomorrow night, Friday, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, I do my live stream. I will be there on YouTube for that. And I'll be announcing the giveaway for the 4,000 subscribers. So I'm very excited about that. Can't wait to see you guys all tomorrow. And, hey, I'm doing a live show. I'm doing a live show with my friend Confetti Eddie. Him and I have been working and doing variety shows for years. He's the only person who I will do a public appearance with. And we're going on Zoom. So if you ever wanted to see me perform and see other magicians perform an actual Zoom show, I've left a link in the description below where you can get details for your tickets. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.